This is the all-new Audi RS5 Sportback, a more practical version of what is arguably the best-looking RS, but with a family-friendly 4 doors and very practical 480-litre hatchback-style boot. Some more interesting figures on this car include the 450 brake horsepower produced by the 2.9-litre bi-turbo V6 petrol engine under the hood, which is sent to all 4 corners via Audi's excellent Quattro 4-wheel drive system and a super smooth 8-speed automatic transmission. Audi claim that the RS5 Sportback combines the power of the RS badge with the sleek silhouette of the coupe and the practicality of a 5-door family hatch. And it certainly looks the part with its flared wheel arches, custom RS grille, mean-looking set of 20-inch alloy wheels and menacing rear diffusers. But how does it stack up as a daily driver? That's what we're here to find out. A closer look at this boot reveals an enormous load area with very easy access thanks to the lift-back style opening, which will be great news for dog owners, golfers, or especially anyone who needs to carry pushchairs or travel systems around. If you need more space than this, again, the back seats will fold nice and flat to create an even larger load area that rivals its mean-looking sibling in the RS4 Avant. Yet you get this much sleeker silhouette. But which one would you prefer? Do let us know what you think in the poll and the comment section below. As for backseat legroom, it's actually slightly longer than the coupe, which means an extra bit of space for your knees. But unfortunately, the same can't be said for headroom, and this gorgeous sloping roofline does have an impact back here, and that makes it not ideal for taller passengers. Kids, on the other hand, will be fine and very comfortable thanks to this 3-zone climate control, pull-down centre armrest, USB ports for charging their gadgets, and general Audi luxury of this gorgeous and hopefully spill-proof Nappa leather upholstery. There are plenty of more fancy RS touches in the front of the cabin, with this honeycomb design and red stitching on the custom RS sport seats a particularly nice touch. You also get some more RS badging and various bits of red stitching around the place. So it's not too in your face, but I think they've done a really good job of making it feel subtle yet special. Now, as you might rightly expect for the starting price of €115,000, it does come very generously equipped, with Audi's fantastic MMI navigation and infotainment system as standard, as well as their smartphone interface and the always impressive virtual cockpit. It also gets several handy safety features like cruise control, blind spot monitoring, pre-sense city brake and a very handy parking system complete with reversing camera. There is also, of course, always scope to spend more, with a long list of tempting options including a panoramic glass sunroof, a Bang & Olufsen sound system, wireless phone charging and various different carbon and styling packs, which can very quickly send the price tag rocketing even higher again to, in this case, close to €140,000. So it is a lot of money, but it's a lot of car too, and aside from admiring it in the driveway, what you're really paying for here is the driving experience. And as those stats I mentioned earlier suggest, it doesn't disappoint. It's powered by the same 2.9-litre twin-turbo petrol engine as what's in the RS4 Avant, but because of the lighter body, it enables it to get from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in the slightly quicker time of just 3.9 seconds. It's a car best experienced on a windy country road, or if you get the opportunity, better still, a racetrack, because if you can find somewhere to do so safely, this thing is capable of up to 280 kilometers an hour. With 450 HP and a ferocious 600 Newton meters of torque. In other words, it's a monster, and even the most hardcore of racers are going to struggle to find this car's limits, or indeed even have the opportunity to test them out all that often unless you happen to live near a racetrack. But it's a very easy car to get a smile out of, especially when you do happen to come across that nice quiet stretch of road. Plus the satisfaction you get from that sudden burst of power on every startup, and the confidence it gives you to slip into any gap in traffic, knowing that there's very little out there that will match it for pace or for poise. Because the handling is also brilliant, it's a really nicely balanced car, and that combined with the Quattro 4-wheel drive again gives you that extra bit of confidence if you happen to be taking any corners at speed. Sport suspension is standard, which does add to that nice, low and planted feel when you are taking it out for a jaunt, but at the same time it's not hard enough to have any noticeably detrimental effect on the ride quality in and around town. And in fact, for the normal day-to-day driving stuff, it's actually very well behaved and quite sedate when you want it to be. And that's mainly down to this drive mode selector, which will allow you to change the feel of the drive with different settings for different driving situations. So while you might be able to call it a good multitasker, you still probably wouldn't be able to call it a very economic option. And that's not going to be a huge surprise for anybody who is in the market for a 3-litre performance petrol. Nor indeed is it going to be much of an obstacle for those looking in this price bracket either. But the official WLTP tested fuel economy for this car is 9.3 litres per 100 kilometres, which is much more likely to be closer to 10 in real life. And then with CO2 emissions in the early 200s, let's just say it's unlikely to be Shane Ross's new company car anytime soon. But it is what it is, and it does what it does extremely well. Many will argue that high-performance cars like this one have a limited lifespan, but there are many more who will argue that when it comes to big power, only the theatrics of a big petrol like this one will do. But would you have an RS5 over the silent acceleration of a Tesla Model S? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, like and share if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest new cars to hit the market.